You know I love you, baby, more every day.
Valentine's Day is almost here. So today, I'm going to be joining with other kin community creators to bring to you a Valentine's Day inspiration collaboration. This playlist will be chock full of DIYs, recipes, and other inspiration to get you ready for Valentine's Day. For my video, I'm going to be recreating a vintage dessert called Cherry Berries on a Cloud. Then you'll have to see how I make it modern. Be sure to check out all of the other channels at the end of this video for more great Valentine's Day ideas. When it comes to showing my love for my family on Valentine's Day, there's nothing I enjoy more than making a beautiful and delicious Valentine's Day dessert. This year I decided to use this Cherry Berries on a Cloud recipe from 1971 as inspiration to make a modern confection my family will adore. On this show, I always make the most disgusting vintage dishes that I can find and then turn them into something delectable. However, when it comes to desserts, I have to admit, retro recipes have me beat. They are almost always fantastic on their own. For example, this Cherry Berries on a Cloud is essentially a Pavlova, which usually consists of a baked meringue topped with whipped cream and fresh fruit. It derives its name from the world-famous ballerina Anna Pavlova, who visited New Zealand in 1926, where a chef created this dessert just for her. It just so happens to be one of my favorite desserts because the light and airy meringue is the perfect thing to serve after a heavy meal. It also must be made a day or two ahead of time, which is something I am always looking for in a great recipe. Begin by covering a baking sheet with parchment paper. Lightly draw a heart that is 9 inches at its fullest width, and then flip so you don't get any lead on your dessert. Next, beat 3 egg whites and a 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar until frothy. Beat in a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time until stiff and glossy. Spoon the meringue onto the paper, making sure to come right up to the outline and build up the sides. Bake for 1.5 hours at 275. Then turn off the oven and let it sit inside for another hour. Remove the meringue and then let it finish cooling. While it's cooling, beat 1 cup of whipped cream and set aside. Next, blend together 3 ounces of room temperature cream cheese with 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 teaspoon vanilla until smooth. Gently fold the whipped cream, 1 cup mini marshmallows, and the cream cheese mixture until combined. Carefully pile the mixture on top of the meringue heart. Cover and chill for 12 hours. Before serving, stir together 1 can of cherry pie filling with 1 teaspoon lemon juice. Pour on top of the meringue and serve. Isn't that marvelous? And the taste? Oh, it's so amazing. You're first hit with like that crunch of the meringue, and that gives way to the soft interior, which matches perfectly with the creamy topping. And then the whole thing comes together with that bright pop of the cherry flavor. When you have a dessert this good, it doesn't take much to make it even better. So to make it modern, I'm gonna substitute the canned cherry pie filling for a beautiful spiced cherry compote. Begin by stirring together 4.5 cups of pitted cherries with 1 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, and 1 star anise pod. Because I'm making this for Valentine's Day and cherries aren't in season, I'm using frozen, but fresh will also work for this dish. After around 10 minutes, the cherries should have softened and are releasing their juices. Using a slotted spoon, go ahead and transfer the cherries to a separate bowl, leaving the liquid, cinnamon stick, and star anise inside the pot to continue to reduce. In 15 to 20 minutes, the liquid should be reduced enough to coat the back of a spoon. Remove the cinnamon stick and star anise and pour the juice over the cherries. Then carefully spoon the mixture over the meringue and cream cheese topping from the vintage recipe. I like this cherry compote much better than the original because it has a depth of flavor you're just not gonna get from canned cherry pie filling. Either way, by making this cherry berries on a cloud vintage recipe, you'll have the perfect way to celebrate Valentine's Day with your loved ones. Happy Valentine's Day!